Good morning, ladies. I hope that you're off to a wonderful start. You know what? Today is Friday, so you should be. I definitely am. Tomorrow, I'm going to be flying off to California, and I am off to a great spring vacation with my children to California. Yay! So, how are you doing this morning? You know what? It is such a good morning. Last night I went out with a couple of ladies and a gentleman, and we were there for a particular evening. But I'm going to tell you that after we get some weather and some announcements. Today, the weather is looking good. We have a low of 9 and a high of 19, even warmer than yesterday. We're going to have a little bit of clouds, but it's going to be okay. Get out there again and enjoy that weather because next week is not looking good, y'all. It's looking like it's going to be rainy and cloudy and gray and nasty. So take advantage of these sunny days while you can. You know how Zurich weather is. It's just all kinds of nasty when it wants to be. So get out there, enjoy it while it's good. Announcements. Tonight we have karaoke. We have karaoke in Pfeffikon. The details are on the website. So that will start at 8:30. We actually could get there a little bit earlier, but we are going to get there when all of the kids are gone at 8:30. I can't wait to see you tonight and have our little diva moments. I don't know if I can even sing after I was screaming for Terry the other night. So yeah, check that out. And then next week we have Patty Riley's on May 6th. As I said, go sign up on the website. Sarah will be there. I will not be there, but Sarah will be there waiting for you with open arms and very enthusiastically with probably a mug of beer. So anyway, sign up for that on the website when you get a chance. And as I was saying, I went out last night. Time for me to tell you the little story because this is interesting. And by the way, remember that we don't have any good morning ladies messages over the weekend because I give you a little rest and a little time away from the waking up enthusiasm. So yesterday I went to a meeting and we were discussing 7 profound questions to avoid small talk. And the questions were very interesting. But one of the questions was, I think, maybe more interesting than the others. And I'll give you a little background on that. Right now, I'm going through a transition away from one thing, one career choice to another career choice. And as I make that transition, it's not the most easy thing, especially when you've been doing something for over 10 years. But you kind of have to fight through it if you want change, just like anything else. So as I started answering this question, it gave me such happiness, enthusiasm. It gave me such a good feeling of positivity that I just really leaned into it. And I wanted to share it with you today. The question was, if you could talk to your 18-year-old self and they could see you right now, what would they be proud of and what would they be sad for? It's a really interesting question. Not because I was dissecting my life to say, okay, well, there's this thing and this thing and this thing. I just thought, you know what? If my 18-year-old self could see me right now, number one, she probably wouldn't even believe half of the stuff that I've been able to do or half of the experiences I've been able to have because I grew up in a situation that wouldn't have allowed me to even dream a lot of the things that I've been able to experience and do to this point. I mean, even my 21-year-old self. But my 18-year-old self wouldn't have even been able to think of some of the things that I've done thus far. And I'm 37, 38 this year, thank you very much. And I have so much further to go. And it got me thinking like, wow, I've done so many amazing things. I've had such an incredible time. Even though I'm making this transition and going through not the easiest of patches, but even though I'm going through this transition period, I can't think of a single thing. And let me say, I've made plenty of mistakes. I've made, so many mistakes. But I can't see where my 18-year-old self would be able to get her eyes off of all of the amazingness to then criticize anything that I, quote, done wrong. And that feeling made me think, wow, it is so incredible, all the things that I've been able to do so far. It's been incredible, all of the things I've been able to see. And it's incredible the dreams I'm able to dream now, considering the experiences that I've had over my 37 years. And since 18, it's just like my life has gone from 0 to 100 real quick. It's amazing. And so I want to ask you, as the question of the day, as I wrap up our very short Friday message, if your 18-year-old self could see you right now, what things would she be proud of? And what things would she not be so proud of? And I think the underlying question for me in that is, are you living your life to the fullest? Are you living your life to the fullest and living it as a straight up YOLO moment? You only live once? Or are you holding back in some way? That's the other question that was sparked in that for me. And I have been living just so wonderfully. But you know what? I think it's time to kick it up a notch even, because yeah, you only have one life. Why give up anything? Why take one moment to be afraid? You know, yesterday I asked the question, what are you doing or what have you done recently to get over one of your fears? And one of the ladies in the chat shared, you know, I was, and this is her speaking, but she said, I was afraid to go skiing. I had a really bad time one time, and then I pulled myself together to go skiing again. And, you know, it was okay. It was good. And I thought, oh yeah, I know what that's all about, because I don't know how I possibly got through all of the pain of snowboarding to actually learn it to the point where I can actually really go and have a good time even by myself. It was at least 2 to 3 years of pain. You know, I'm black. Black people don't go skiing. Black people don't snowboard. We're not snow people. So it was quite the journey to get from never having been skiing at 23 to the point where I can actually enjoy it. But I got through it. And when she answered that question, it made me think, you know, as I'm in this transition, making a career leap, it made me think, you know, there have been quite a few things that I've done that have been very, very painful in the process that, you know, I looked at myself like, what are you doing, girl? Stop. But every change, every life well lived comes with some bumps and scrapes and bruises. And so I just wanted to say, think about that question. If your 18-year-old self looked at you right now, what would they be happy for? And what would they maybe be a little bit sad for? And that, I think, would be a really great guideline to say, hey, I'm doing everything right, or I can make a correction here, or, you know, I can do this a little bit better. So hopefully you got something good out of that. I hope that you have the best Friday ever, and then take this weekend to just enjoy. Like I said, I'll be off in California, and I'm going to bring you along. I'm going to be sharing some photos with you. I've asked Terry to show some photos of Korea with us as well. Who else is on vacation? If you're on vacation, PM me, send me on WhatsApp, or send me via email, or send me via Instagram your pictures if you're off on vacation. And in the meantime, I'm going to wish you a fabulous Friday.